Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD. Investments Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer, member of FINRA and SIPC. 765-453-9600. Diamond Financial Group is not associated with the CFD companies.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jason Murphy bringing you Money in Motion right here on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. And I'm just really excited to be here today. I appreciate all my listeners. I want to throw a big shout out to all of those that have sponsored my show. I can't believe this is the 6th month that my show has been going on, that Money in Motion has been airing, and it's just gone phenomenally well. I've been very, very pleased with the response from the listening audience. I really do appreciate each and every one of you out there. I do want to mention that I am Jason Murphy with Diamond Financial Group. I am an investment advisor, specifically an investment advisor representative is the legal term, which what that means is that I have passed all the securities tests to do any and every type of securities and bond fund transaction that exist out there. I can help you with 401k rollovers into an IRA. I can help set up Roth IRAs or traditional IRAs. I can help you really in any and every aspect of your finances that you can think of. If you want to do income planning for retirement, meaning you want to make sure that you're not drawing too much income through retirement so that your money runs out before you do. That would be a bad thing. So we want to make sure that you have the resources. Many of you know that I'm also the founder of an organization here in Cookeville called HBL, Highland Business Leaders. And one of the members of HBL is here with me today. His name is Jason Petty from the Window Tint Company. He is an awesome Christian guy. I know a lot of you know where I stand when it comes to my faith. And I hope everybody had a good Sunday morning this morning and that you're having a wonderful afternoon today. But we're going to talk with Jason Petty from the Window Tint Company for the next few segments and just go over how he can help you be maybe a little bit more efficient with your home or your business. And we're just going to go through everything that he does and talk a little bit about him. So to get started, hi, Jason. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you?
I'm truly blessed and highly favored. It's good to have you on. And so really, if you don't care, just tell the listeners a little bit about, just kind of your family and how long you've been here in the Cookeville area and that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, first of all, I've been in the Cookeville area since 1999. Moved here largely by accident.
Okay, that sounds interesting. How did that happen?
When my first wife decided she didn't want to raise her children in Memphis, which is where I'm originally from.
Okay.
And we moved to Cookeville because she had a sister that had gone to school here. And I made a deal with her that we would come up and look, and if I could find a job, we would move.
Gotcha.
So we moved. The sad part of that story is she left not too long after that, and I found myself in Cookeville alone.
Gotcha.
Found a church home. Cookeville began to become my home.
Gotcha.
And I've been here ever since.
Outstanding. And I know you've gone on to find and marry Susie, who is part of your practice, your business, and what
Susie
you guys do.
Susie is truly my best friend. She's also my business partner. We work together about 24/7. Rarely do we have any time off from each other.
Right.
And it works really well for us.
Okay.
So we enjoy that.
Perfect. Now, just so the listening audience knows, Jason, I got to know you and Susie through an organization called Emmaus, the Emmaus Walk or Emmaus of the Cumberlands, and so that is a Christian organization for those of you that don't know. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to call me, and I'll talk to you about that in depth. But today's conversation is more about your business, and so tell people a little bit about your business, when it got started, and kind of what you guys do.
Okay. In my business, we install window film, and that can go on an automobile, can go in a home, can go in a business, can go in a lot of different places. Typically, it's applied to glass.
Okay.
And that's something I've done since 96. Our business was launched about 4 years ago. I kind of had a moment where I came to myself. I've worked for other people for a long time. And I came to myself and I thought, at some point I'm going to have to try and risk failing to know if I could run a business by myself.
Gotcha. So for, I don't know, 15 or 16 years, you worked in the industry, but you always worked for someone else.
Right.
The Window Tint Company was birthed about 4 years ago.
Correct.
And so you've been running your own business as a business owner here in the Cookeville area and surrounding areas, but headquartered out of Cookeville for 4 years now.
Right.
And that seems to be going well.
It is. We're paying bills and gaining a little
Praise
bit of
God,
traction.
right? Praise God.
So, yeah.
Good deal. So we're going to talk a little bit more detailed and go into some of the ways. So a lot of people, they think window tint and they think window film. And of course, they think about wanting to have their cars done. And you do that, correct?
Correct.
But that's not your focus.
No.
What is your focus?
Our focus is on the architectural window film, and we feel like that has a bigger benefit to the end user.
Yes.
We go in and let's cars for just a second.
Sure.
Cars, you make your windows darker, you get some privacy, you may protect your seats and so forth, but there's not a lot of gain to be had by that.
Right.
You spend some money on a depreciating asset and you go trade it in, and it doesn't add anything to your value. You look cool for a few years while you drive it.
Right.
And we enjoy that. I've tinted cars for a very long time, and I've actually got a world championship title for being the world's best window film installer for 2012 International Window Film. So I mean, if you're interested in a car tint, we certainly do that. That is something we offer, and we have different products for cars than what most people are used to. We've got some incredibly high efficient ones. We've got some that are virtually invisible that still offer a lot of protection. But in our architectural projects, we're actually solving problems.
Right. And so I want to just recap on that real quick. A lot of people, I think most of you know out there, and I'm going to touch on this real quick. When you buy a vehicle, you are buying a liability. You are buying something that is going to decrease in value 99.99% of the time. You're buying something that you're going to use for a time being. You're going to pay more for it at the beginning, and 3 or 4, 5, 18 years, whatever down the road. I can tell you I owned my first car for 15 years. I paid $1,200 for it, drove that car for 15 years, and then got rid of it. And that was awesome to be able to drive a vehicle that I paid $1,200 for. Better yet, what my parents paid $1,200 for. And 15 years later, it was actually still running when I donated it to fire department for their use and training. So I tell you what, we need to talk a whole lot more about the commercial aspects and the architectural film. And we're going to do that when we come back right after a word from our sponsors. I appreciate you all listening to Money in Motion. I'm Jason Murphy, and you've been listening to News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Protecting your home or business is important to you. That's why you might invest in an advanced security system or make sure you have the strongest locks on the market. But what are you doing about the sun? That big yellow ball of fire is shooting UV rays through your windows that can fade furniture and increase your energy costs. Fortunately, the Window Tint Company in Cookeville can provide you with a championship-level solution, offering multiple lines of window film for any need. The Window Tint Company is the Upper Cumberland's expert when it comes to protecting your home or business from blinding glare or damaging UV rays. And you'll still be able to admire those beautiful Middle Tennessee sunrises and sunsets. When you're ready to protect your home or business from the sun, give Jason and Susie with the Window Tint Company a call at 931-510-0830. That's 931-510-0830. Visit CookevilleWindowTintCompany.com to learn more or request an estimate.
In our modern, fast-paced lifestyle, we've learned to cut corners to save time. Sadly, we've resorted to cheaper, easier, faster methods of preparing food, eliminating the handmade, healthy element of baking and cooking. This is not true at Great Harvest Bread Company. Great Harvest has been baking bread the way it ought to be made from the beginning, using pure, simple ingredients. They still bake everything from scratch. They still fresh mill their 100% whole grain flour every day. Their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents were concerned about food tasting great and nourishing nourishing their families' bodies. Great Harvest upholds those values even today. Over the years, the fine folks at Great Harvest have been able to adapt to the wants and needs of their customers, offering not just a vast variety of breads, but also scrumptious rolls and spreads. They even serve a full lunch menu that caters to almost every eating lifestyle. The bottom line is this, my friends. Great Harvest Bread Company offers great tasting products fit for any lifestyle without compromising the original vision of their family. Great Harvest bread is simple, handmade and wholesome. Tasty bread, the way it ought to be. Visit them Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville to experience a break from all the other cheap imitations.
Are you turning 65 in the next year? Are you already on Medicare? Do you have questions about Medicare insurance? Because let me tell you, it can be confusing. Open enrollment is upon us, October 15th through December 7th. And let me tell you about a friend of mine, Mike Townsley of Diamond Financial Group, right beside Poets on the Square, is a Medicare expert. He can help you navigate the different ways that you can enroll in Medicare, from Medicare only, Medicare with a Medicare supplement, or Medicare Advantage. He can also help you deal with Part D plans, which are prescription drug plans, and help you navigate those rough waters. Mike Townsley is an independent insurance advisor, which means he screens various insurance companies for quality and service ratings so that he can give you the best prices and the best service available in the industry. He's been in business for over 23 years, and I can assure you, you will not find a better man of integrity that can help you with your Medicare needs. Call 646-4090. That's 646-4090 for all your Medicare needs.
Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy, right here on News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub. We've been talking with my good friend Jason Petty from the Window Tint Company, and I wish you had brought Susie. That would have been cool to have her on too. We could have put her on the spot. She's not a big talker.
No. When we talked about radio, she said that's you.
Okay. I hear you. But anyway, love her to death. She's also started her own kind of side business with Mary Kay. I'll give her a little shout out. She does represent Mary Kay and that type of industry with Highland Business Leaders, which, by the way, you can check out Highland Business Leaders at highlandbusinessleaders.com. You can go to our website, see who all is involved there. If you represent a business genre that is not currently represented, I think we have about 15 or 16 different businesses now currently represented with Highland Business Leaders. Everything from real estate. We have Darren Wilson with the realty firm, and we have the pool guy with Putnam Pools, and we have Barbara Steebing as one of my sponsors on this show with First Volunteer Bank. She is a mortgage lender. Just a lot of different. I'm leaving out so many people because there's about 15 different industries, but we have everything from electrician and plumber to insurances of different type, you name it. But check out highlandbusinessleaders.com, and if you feel like we would be a good fit as a good networking type of organization, you can check us out. I know Jason and Susie have come on board, and it's been a really good fit. We are a organization that puts our faith ahead of our business. We ask people for three things to be a member of Highland Business Leaders, and one is to show up. The other one is to pray for everyone else that's on the team of HBL, and then the last one is to support each other with prospects or referrals. If you hear of someone that needs, for example, window tint, I would very quickly say, hey, you need to call my friend Jason Petty. He does a good job. And I've seen some of your work before, and I can absolutely vouch that you are a man of integrity, and you're someone that cares about the quality of your work and the service that you provide, Jason. And that means that's a big deal. And so we've talked about a little bit about the car tent, and that's fine. But what we really want to focus on now is the architectural window film. So tell us a little bit about some of the different types, and then we'll go into some detail there.
Okay. Well, one of the most common questions we get is why would someone put window film on their home?
Okay.
And I think we're not on the top of everyone's mind. So people don't. It's something that even if we've come in and we've done our job properly, you shouldn't know that we've been there.
Right.
So the benefits of window film, there's a privacy factor. Some people are in situations where they're sharing a yard space with a neighbor that they don't particularly get along with, and they would just rather them not see inside the house. And there's window films that offer high levels of daytime privacy.
Okay.
But I think our biggest strength is in UV protection. UV, number one cause for skin cancer, number one cause for furniture fading. UV is what UV is ultraviolet rays from the sun, and they are the invisible rays that we don't see. We only see the damage they've done.
Okay. So when you see fading on someone's kitchen floor or on their hardwood floors or on their couch, and half of it is kind of faded and half of it's not, that's damage from the UV rays, right?
UV is highly responsible for that. Okay. And even our skin, it's the part that causes skin cancers. And window film, the product, right? Professional grade window films, the films that we install, are going to block 99 to 99.9% of those UV rays.
Gotcha.
So we will say virtually all of that is eliminated with a window film product.
Okay.
So that's a huge benefit. With that, you can tailor how you reflect the remainder of the sun spectrum, how you reflect that, which is going to reduce in your visible light area.
Right.
If you've got glare issues, we see a lot of people that they have a western facing window and they can't watch TV in the afternoons.
Oh, I see.
So
right.
we can combat that glare. Then there's the infrared portions of the sun's rays that cause the heat.
Right.
We were talking earlier, you and I, about southern exposure, where we're at a really tricky point in the year where we've got the southern sun coming directly in our windows, and you don't dare turn the heat down, but you walk to the other side of the room and burn up.
Right.
So we can balance out those.
It's like half of the house needs air conditioner and half of the house needs heat because of the time of year it is, depending on where the sun's coming through the windows and that kind of thing.
Right. Properly selected solar window film can balance that room out.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. And so all of those are different options for your home, where if you're looking for some privacy, if you're just looking to protect your furnishings or your floor from those ultraviolet rays that are coming through, or if you want to actually save on your heating bill, or actually it would be your cooling bill, more so in the summer is what you're saving on. So what in the summertime, if you have a western exposure type home that has lots of windows and you put this film on, I know there's a lot of factors, but just in general terms, what kind of energy savings can someone expect from window film?
Well, there certainly are a lot of different factors: type of glass, type of film selected, the amount of window space that's there, but typically our customers see 10 to 15% energy reduction in those summer months.
10 to 15% energy reduction. Okay.
Given the circumstance, some can be a little lower, some can be a lot higher.
Sure. Okay. Right.
We've gone into some projects where I don't know how they lived in the house.
Right.
Without.
Well, I have some friends that have like a lake home up on Bell Hollow with a kind of a southwestern kind of facing, with lots of window pane, and they just talk about how that sun can cook the inside of their home, and so this could really help someone like that.
Oh, absolutely. And to dispel some misconceptions about window film, you don't lose your view. Whereas some other blinds, curtains,
right?
We joke with people all the time, say those are great, but they only work when they're closed.
Right.
And with window film, in most cases, your view is actually enhanced because it's easier to look out of a window without glare.
You're not squinting and looking out through that harsh sun that's coming through. You can look out over the lake or the mountains or what have you. So, well, this has been awesome. So if you own a home and you have some issues with either heat, or you want some additional privacy, or you're just looking for a way to protect your furnishings or your flooring, the Window Tint Company can absolutely help with that. We're going to talk more about some of the commercial applications when we come back after a word from our sponsors. You've been listening to me, Jason Murphy, right here on Money in Motion, and this has been News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Congratulations, you found a home for sale that interests you on the internet.
Is it really as great as you think it is?
Is the asking price in line with the current market values?
Will owning this home allow you to continue enjoying life as you know it?
Are there more homes in the area you may like better? To unlock the mystery of home buying, you need a professional realtor. You need the Wilson team at the Realty Firm. Our experienced and highly trained team of realtors will take the guesswork out for you.
Buying a home is a process, and the Wilson team at the Realty Firm will walk with you every step of the way, making your needs our top priority.
The only house we want to help you buy is the one you can be proud of.
The one you can call home knowing you took every step to ensure it will bring joy to you and your family for years to come.
Call Darren Wilson at the Realty Firm at 931-520-7750 or find them at www.therealtyfirmagent.com. The Wilson team will put you on the path to owning the right home for you.
646-5519. Those numbers may not mean a whole lot to you right now, but you're going to want to write this number down. My name is Jennifer. My husband and I, we're frugal people. While we like to get a lot of value for our money, to say the least, we stretch every dollar. So last year, we decided that we wanted to refinance a mortgage on our house. We did our research, and that's when I met Barbara Steeving. Her official title is loan officer. She's not just thorough, not just thoughtful. She actually anticipated my family's needs throughout the whole process of the refinance. And trust me, folks, when I say they were tricky needs. She was just amazing. Can't say enough about it. By the time the process was over, I called her my friend. You can be friends with Barbara. All you need to do is go to Willow Avenue in Cookeville next to Jackson Plaza and go into First Volunteer Bank and tell my friend Barbara Steeving that you're there to save money, and she will do it for you. The number is 646-5519. So stop by First Volunteer Bank and see Barbara Steeving.
Member FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
When we at Diamond Financial Group decided to open our new office, I knew I wanted to update my new computer, so I went to the professionals at the Computer Doctor in Sparta to discuss my needs. They took the time to find the perfect combination of professionalism and portability I wanted to effectively and efficiently do my job. In addition to great customer service, they also saved my business money by providing us with a state-of-the-art phone system that will surpass our business needs. Since then, the professionals there have always delivered every time I had a technological need. Call my friends at the Computer Doctor for your personal and commercial needs at 837-4357 or go see them at 180 Churchill Drive in Sparta. Again, their phone number is 837-4357.
Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy, right here on News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub. We've been talking to my good friend Jason Petty from the Window Tint Company and talking about residential window film and how to treat that and some of the different ways you can save and help protect your home through that window film. And so if you have an issue, I want to go ahead and say right now, I'm going to repeat this later in this segment, but if you want to get a hold of Jason, of course, you've probably heard his commercial once or twice throughout this show, which has his phone number, but I'm going to give it again as well as his website. So get something to write on, and I'll give this information again before the end of this segment. But you can reach Jason Petty by calling 510-0830. Again, that's 510-0830, or you can simply go to CookevilleWindowTint.com. Again, that's CookevilleWindowTint.com, or you can email him at CookevilleWindowTint@gmail.com. So if you don't, not able to capture any of that information and you have questions about that information, feel free to just give me a call out at Diamond Financial Group. You guys know where I'm at, right there on Broad Street next to Poets on the Square. And you can stop by and get information about any of my guests. You can also go and check out this show's website at moneyinmotionradio.com. So I know that was a lot of information, and I will repeat Jason's information before the end of this segment, but we wanted to take some time to talk about some of the commercial aspects, and then there's one other thing at the very end that we're going to talk about as well. But as far as benefits for retail stores, speak to that.
Okay, well, not just retail stores, but we'll hit the whole commercial umbrella.
Perfect.
But retail stores in particular, oftentimes where your building faces is going to have glass.
Okay.
Because you want an inviting storefront. You want people to see outside to see your products on the inside.
Right.
And sometimes that sacrifice leads to product fading. In the case of a liquor store we applied film to, it was actually product failure.
Wow.
So what we have, of course, your traditional window films that are kind of darkish or reflective, those will get the job done, but they're not always the most inviting to the
right. If you want people to see into your storefront, you don't want that kind of thing. So are there some options that's going to protect the UV?
Extremely high transparency, extremely high efficiency window films that are virtually invisible.
Wow.
They will still block a huge, of course, that UV.
Of both UV and infrared?
Exactly.
Wow.
So we call those spectrally selective films because they focus on select parts of the solar spectrum.
Okay.
And what they avoid is the visible light spectrum. So they're not dark.
Gotcha.
But they're still filtering the UV and still filtering the infrared, which can save a lot of money on replacing product that wasn't bought because people just kind of overlook faded packaging.
Right.
So we offer that. And then in like more of a commercial application, we always say happy employees are productive employees. If you've got exposure to the sun, I usually end up with a headache.
Right.
I don't like squinting to see the laptop screen or something. It's harder work.
Right.
If it's a hot environment, I for one am usually miserable. I'm a cold guy. I like being cold. When I get hot,
absolutely.
I get sweaty. I'm usually not very friendly.
So you want your staff at your place of business to be friendly. You want them to be happier. And I for one can talk to skin cancer if someone's actually where the actual rays are hitting down on them. I've actually had 18 skin cancers, Jason.
Oh, wow.
And my mom's had melanoma twice. Melanoma will kill you. What I have is just annoying, and it's basal cell carcinoma skin cancers, but it's from sun exposure.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. So I sunscreen up pretty much 365 days of the year. But if I don't want to have to do that, and if I'm working in a window front type of setting, it would be awesome to filter out those damaging rays that's going to affect your sun, much less make you more comfortable.
And that's something a lot, just dispelling myths. Glass, in and of itself, does not block a significant portion of UV.
Okay.
And a lot of people will think just because they're on the inside, they're safe.
Right.
And that's just not true. So we're real big on understanding that UV needs to be treated as UV.
Right.
I mean, it needs a specific treatment.
Okay.
And window film is very, very good. And almost all of our window film products easily deal with UV.
Okay. And then varying degrees of infrared depending on what you're wanting to shield out as far as infrared light.
Right. There's, with window film, once we get past the UV, we try to balance. You're looking at your aesthetics. What is my storefront or my building going to look like?
Okay.
What do I want to give up or trade there? And then because there's compromise. We can block all the heat, all the light, all the UV, and end up with a room no one likes.
Right.
So you have to.
So you got to balance.
You've got to balance some things
and
out.
The inviting nature of people being able to see in and that kind of thing. So that's awesome. So if you're listening and you have a business, you have a commercial type of environment, you have a lot of windows, and you're wanting to protect your products inside, you're wanting to protect your flooring, for example. I know at Diamond Financial Group we spent a lot of money on our flooring, and so we looked and found a solution that would help block out UV lighting so we wouldn't damage. One of the biggest investments in our business build out was our flooring, and we did find out that flooring will fade with UV light hitting it year round if we didn't do something to protect it. And I know that's exactly what your product can do. And so did want to ask you real quick, and we're running down. We have about 2 minutes left, so I just want to let you be aware of the time. So what is the point of exterior film versus interior? I know you can put the film actually on the outside of the window versus the inside of the window. Speak to that.
That's almost true.
Okay.
There's different products. There's interior product and there's exterior product. I want to make it clear because a lot of people think, we hear a lot from our customers, it won't last very long on the outside. Well, that's true. Interior film will not. But exterior film is outside weatherable polyester designed to live on the outside. And what it does for us in this area, we live in an area prevalent with what we call double pane glass.
Okay, yes.
Your houses get two pieces of glass, one in front of the other, and that serves as an insulation barrier.
Yes.
With interior film, oftentimes the heat will come in and strike the most interior pane.
Right.
The hot air gets trapped, and then some of that is still going to radiate back into the room. You'll end up with a hot piece of glass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
With exterior film, you can get up to 30% more efficiency with a similar product just by moving it to the outside pane.
I see. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So we're able to go into those applications and spec maybe a lighter film to suit a customer's request, but by gaining that 30% extra efficiency, we're doing the work that a darker film would need to do on the interior.
Okay.
And then there's other areas where accessibility is not, we're looking at a project right now that's got a build up on the interior surface of the wall with no access to it, but they're still having heat problems and they're wanting some privacy. Exterior film is the only way we're going to be able to solve that.
Okay.
It's just another arrow in our quiver to get things done.
Right. And so when you come out, whether it's for a commercial or for a residential type application, you're going to advise people. You're there kind of like my job as an investment advisor. You're there as a window tint or film advisor.
We're looking to solve problems.
Right. And you're going to help them with different solutions and talk through them, the different types. So you don't have to remember all of this that we're saying right here. What you do need to remember is that you need Jason to come out with Susie and to have him kind of do a quote and walk you through. Now, we have about a minute left, Jason. So before we cut out, I'm going to give your information one more time right after your answer to this last question. So everybody have your pencil, pen ready to write down that information. But talk about security film. I know that's kind of a newer film in the industry. Go ahead and speak to that.
Security films can be up to 10 times as thick as a traditional window film.
Okay.
And their purpose is to stop entry.
Gotcha.
So when you've got, some of these circumstances we've had with churches and schools where you've got active shooter situations,
right,
those are products designed to buy time.
Okay. So it's going to literally keep people out or to at least take them a lot longer to break through and get in if their entry point is just a window. There's some windows you can, throw into a rock at and they'll break through and people can be in 10 seconds.
The entire window, the glass will break into tiny pieces, drop to the floor, and you walk right through the frame.
Right.
With a security film, you've got an incredibly thick polyester sheet holding all of that glass in that frame.
Right.
And they're going to have to beat their way through it, and that's going to give first responders a chance
to actually show up.
To respond, and stop that perpetrator before he commits his crimes.
Man, that is outstanding. Hey, if you have any questions for Jason Petty from the Window Tint Company, call 510-0830. Just stop by his website. You can get all of his information there at cookvillewindowtint.com or just email him at cookvillewindowtint@gmail.com. As always, I am here for you. If you have any questions about finances or any of my guests that are on the show, give me a call at 646-4090. That's 646-4090. Hey, right before we say goodbye, I do want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. It's amazing this year has flown by, but just God bless each and every one of you. We really do have so much to be thankful for, and I pray that you'll spend some time with your family and really think about all the things that we have to be thankful for. God bless. Thank you for listening to Money in Motion right here on News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD. Investments Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer, member of FINRA and SIPC. 765-453-9600. Diamond Financial Group is not associated with the CFD companies.
Protecting your home or business is important to you. That's why you might invest in an advanced security system or make sure you have the strongest locks on the market. But what are you doing about the sun? That big yellow ball of fire is shooting UV rays through your windows that can fade furniture and increase your energy costs. Fortunately, the Window Tint Company in Cookeville can provide you with a championship-level solution, offering multiple lines of window film for any need. The Window Tint Company is the Upper Cumberland's expert when it comes to protecting your home or business business from blinding glare or damaging UV rays. And you'll still be able to admire those beautiful Middle Tennessee sunrises and sunsets. When you're ready to protect your home or business from the sun, give Jason and Susie with the Window Tint Company a call at 931-510-0830. That's 931-510-0830. Visit CookevilleWindowTintCompany.com to learn more or request an estimate.
Hi, this is Jason Murphy with Money in Motion. I want to tell you about a friend of mine, Tammy Smith, with Master My Score right here in Cookeville. You see, she's a credit consultant and helps people get their credit score up so you can buy that next house or an automobile. I recommend my clients call Tammy Smith to fix their credit score. For more information, go to mastermyscore.com or call 996-7375. That's 996-7375.